So what is a RSU, and how is it taxed? RSUs, abbreviated for restricted stock units, are taxed when you're issued grants by your company. It's named RSU because it's restricted stock and you have no access to it. Therefore, at the time of it being granted, there is no tax due. But RSUs come with a vesting schedule. When you vest, that is when you pay your first level of tax. So let's walk through a hypothetical example. Let's say you get granted 1,000 shares of Apple. And Apple's trading at $125 a share at the time it vests. That means, when it vests, it would add up to $125,000 in compensation or ordinary income tax that gets added to your gross income for the year. So if you're an executive, earning a salary of $400,000, and you get $125,000 worth of Apple stock that becomes unrestricted, it would put your total taxable income to $525,000. And ordinary income tax will be based on your marginal tax bracket. So as you can see, ordinary income is the worst type of income that there is. Which brings us to the next option. Long-term capital gains tax. Let's say hypothetically, you have your Apple stock and it goes up by 20% in value. But when you vested, it was worth $125 a share, but afterwards, it went up 20% in value. So now you have $150,000 worth of Apple stock. The difference between your basis of $125 per share and the 20 per share appreciation is $25,000 in capital gains. What you pay in taxation on that gain is now dictated by how long you hold it. So if you hold that stock for less than 365 days, it's considered a short-term capital gain, and it's treated as ordinary income. Ordinary income gets tacked onto your gross and it pushes up your marginal bracket. But if you hold it for 366 days or more, you'll get some tax relief from it being treated as long-term capital gains. The long-term capital gains tax rate could be 0, 15, or 20%. But be aware that if you're over $250,000 income, there's a special 3.8% investment income tax that will be tacked onto the top. So if you hold it for more than a year, the long-term tax rate could go as high as about 24%, depending on your tax bracket. Or it could count as short-term capital gains if you hold it less than a year. Your clock starts ticking on whether it's long-term or short-term gains at time it's vested. When you vest the stock and you have control over it, that's what starts the clock ticking. These are just few examples that can help reduce your tax. Visit taxden.com to schedule your free consultation and start your tax preparation today.